What's up, everybody? Alex here again with you already know, Jack Iron Garage. It says there right there below me, below the video. Just giving a little update here. Really, I know it's been a long time since I have uploaded. My bad. Life's gotten crazy. Just working a lot. Had a kid. All that good stuff. Just not really a lot of good content to record, anyways. So been a long time. Few little things have happened, nothing, like I said, good enough to really record, so I'm kind of just going to shove a bunch of little things into this video, just give a little update on like some of the projects and stuff we've been working on. That's basically it. Should just be a couple minutes. Just a little update on the channel, really. First thing is first, I've got right here in front of me, I got a new daily. My Integra is now basically sits, I drive about once a week. And autocross events, stuff like that, going up to nice windy roads in the mountains. Don't really daily drive it much more. I've done a few things to it since I've uploaded last, but I made like a wood floor, like a hardwood floor for in the trunk area. Mainly did that for really two reasons, I guess. One, I wanted
a few moments later.
Somewhere to bolt. I have a subwoofer in the back, and during autocross events I have to remove it every time because you can't have loose stuff in the trunk and, you know, it would just slide around. So I had a bungee cord holding it, but that's still not really good enough, so I would always remove it for autocross. So now, instead of having to remove it for every autocross, I've got that wood floor in there. I can bolt it down and secure it actually to that wooden floor, and it shouldn't go anywhere. I should be able to just leave it during autocross and have to pull it in and out. Another reason is it really just, I think wood trunks in cars look good. So that's the second reason I did that. But that's done. I can show that in another video when I actually have the Integra with me. But today I'm just gonna show my new daily, just do a quick walkthrough on it. It's basically completely stock, so it's not a whole lot to talk about, but it is this right here. 92 Honda Civic hatchback. This model specifically is the VX, which means it basically sucks. It sucks gas, or I guess I should say it sips gas. This is the like lowest horsepower model, the lightest model that you could get of the time. It's supposed to get like 50 miles a gallon. Obviously that would have been like brand new with motor in tip-top shape. I get about 40 miles a gallon in it. Still can't complain about those kind of numbers. The only numbers you can complain about is the horsepower, because I don't know exactly how much this thing makes, but I think it's like 80 horsepower or less. It comes with the 1.5 liter motor. The intake tube is literally like this big around. It's so small, it makes no power. As you can see, it does have a little bit of damage. It's been repainted before. The paint is not in too bad a condition. Really, it's just body damage that it has, but the paint itself is not bad. You do have this dent in this driver's side fender. It's got little dings. I don't know how well this will come out. There's a little ding there. The roof, unfortunately, I am eventually going to have to just completely strip and redo the roof. I think it's had hail damage, and somebody bondoed it and painted, and the bondo's cracking really bad. So I'm probably eventually going to strip the roof all the way down, re-bondo, do it right, primer, paint, get it looking good again. As you can see, a lot of these seals are kind of looking real dingy. I would like to get new seals here on the windows. Since I bought it, I actually bought it back in like November or December, I think. I put new mirrors on it because the other ones were just flapping around. You couldn't really see anything. So I got new side mirrors for the left and the right. The VX model is actually not supposed to have a passenger side mirror, but it did when I bought it. So I think somebody else had already added it. So I went ahead and just also did both. I've got the stock 13-inch OEM wheels on here. Cannot find a whole lot of tires for this size anymore. Definitely going to be upgrading to some 15 soon. I think I'm going to put the RPF ones off the Integra on here and either get another set for the Integra, or I do already have my autocross wheels for the Integra. So if I since I don't drive the Integra much, I could just drive it around on the autocrosses if I really wanted to, or I might just buy a third set of wheels. Disc brakes in the front. It's got drums in the back. I will eventually take my wrecked car the direct GSR and take those disc brakes and swap them onto this. So I'll have 4-wheel disc brakes on here, 4-wheel GSR disc brakes. So the fronts will actually be bigger and it will have discs in the rear instead of drums. Here's the trunk. Nothing special. It's missing a couple little like plastic body trim panels on the interior here and there. It does have the factory cargo cover, which is nice. I did get new struts for the rear glass because they were kind of weak. Stock exhaust, very tiny. Doesn't need to really flow a lot for the whole 2 horsepower this thing puts out. That's what it feels like. I'll go ahead and take a quick interior tour. Nothing crazy going on here either. I basically just have, I threw any of this Integra stuff in here. I actually took out of the wrecked car, so it actually has an Integra shift knob because I hate the Civic stock shift knobs, which is what it had. It's got the shift boot out of the Integra. It's got the floor mats out of the Integra. All stock seats and everything. I am going to get some bucket seats for my Integra for autocross. So I think I'm going to take the leather seats out of that and put them in here after I get those bucket seats in. Been waiting on my bucket seat since November. Still not here. The dimmer switch was bad on this car when I bought it. I got a OEM dimmer switch off of eBay from a used vehicle. Put that in there. Really nothing else. All the cluster bulbs were burnt out, like the ones that the backlights, so like, you know, you turn the headlights on and the cluster lights up. So I swapped it to all just white LEDs. It has aftermarket radio. I didn't put it in. Kind of sucks. Gonna eventually put a different one in, a little bit better one. Neither speakers worked when I bought it. I already put a new speaker here and I put a new speaker there, but that one still doesn't work. I don't know if it's a problem with the radio or a problem with some of the wiring. Gonna have to figure that out. Obviously the VX model, the base model, came with manual mirrors, manual windows, manual door locks. Like I said, this is like basically, I think this is the lightest model because it literally had power nothing almost. That's pretty much everything. Like I said, really it's pretty much, I guess I can pop the hood to show you a quick view of that. Nothing special in there at all, being a completely stock 1.5 liter single overhead cam gloriness. Not a lot to look at. Does have air conditioning. That was a dealership added on option, so that's nice. I probably would not have bought this if it didn't have air conditioning. It does get kind of hot here in southern Tennessee. Pretty stock though. I had to put a battery in it. Battery was shot. This thing has like 269,000 miles, I believe is what is on the odometer right now. I think it has the original motor and transmission in it. I don't think those have been changed. But yeah, nothing special whatsoever. The plan for this car is to modify it. It's not going to stay stock, but it also isn't going to get crazy like my Integra. It probably will never be boosted. It's going to stay naturally aspirated. Like I said, we'll be getting some new wheels on here, putting some lower suspension and stuff, but nothing's going to get too crazy on this car. It is going to remain the daily. The Integra is going to be the track car. We've gotten a few things done on Devin's wagon, his WRX 03 WRX wagon. There is going to be a video coming out hopefully soon. Maybe it even come out before this one. I'm not sure of us actually putting the motor back in this car because it is in the car. I can't really lift the hood because it's not bolted on, so it doesn't just, you have to take it all the way off. I can't do that by myself, especially while holding a camera. But the motor is in there. His built motor with all 4 rods and pistons, and got some head studs, stuff like that. Get it ready for some higher boost. He's going with a full rotated turbo setup. Has a GT30 turbo, I believe is the size that's going on it. It's pretty much just full with parts right now. The trunk, the back seat, everything. We're almost done. It is set in there. It's bolted to the trans. It's bolted into the chassis. He really just has to, he's going to make all custom downpipe and custom intercooler piping and stuff because it is going to be the rotated turbo setup. It's a little harder to find parts for that, so he is going to just custom make intercooler piping and all that. Get everything plumbed up, and then he's going to do that at a buddy's house, and then it'll come back here. We'll button everything up, hopefully get this thing started, and he'll get it tuned. So more content coming on this. Just got to button up a few last things under the hood. And this will be coming back. So Devin's car will be coming back sometime in the future when we finish up a few other things. This thing should be a beast when it is done. I don't know how well you can see, but he got the whole engine bay painted It used to be obviously just all silver. He will be painting the whole car this color eventually, but while we had the motor out, it made it easy and sensible to paint it now. So he got it painted in this red. Don't know how well the sparkle is going to come out, but there is a lot of flake in this paint. It looks real good. And there's his motor in there. As you can see, he heat wrapped the gold tape firewall up there to accommodate the larger turbo that's going to be sitting right back in here. And got the valve covers painted up, and don't know if you can see the tile wastegate sitting back there on the up pipe. He got a Chase Bays high pressure power steering line because the factory pressure line was hitting the aftermarket up pipe for the rotated setup, so we had to go with that flexible aftermarket line. He also as well got the Chase Bays ABS delete and brake line relocation, so this car will not have ABS anymore, and it really cleaned the brake lines up. Usually your ABS unit would be sitting right in here. It's gone. All new lines from the master to the wheels, all that good stuff. This thing's going full race car. I guess just over the winter, nothing was really happening. You know how you don't really want to do anything when it's cold. So hopefully some videos on the Civic, more videos on the Civic, doing some wheels and tires, to some suspension, some brake upgrades on here. Hopefully Devin's car will be up and running soon, get some videos on that. Ben's the FRS, hopefully get more videos on that as he makes some modifications. And then the Integra will begin some modifications very soon. Actually, that's the last thing I want to mention, is I just made a big order of stuff for the Integra. It's going to be getting an LSD in the transmission. I'm going to be pulling the whole motor and transmissions, the whole drivetrain out. I'm going to be kind of doing some routine maintenance on the motor, new time belt, new water pump, doing a head gasket on it, getting some parts replaced in the head, do a whole video on that. And then like I said, getting an LSD in the transmission, that should really help for autocross. And then as well, these are parts I already have sitting at home that will be going on. I'm going to be putting a traction bar on it. I'm going to be putting 4-piston calipers on the front for the brake system, stainless steel braided brake lines. So brake system is really going to be pretty extensively upgraded. I've already put Hawk pads. I have stock brakes in the back, but drilled and slotted rotors with some Hawk pads. So this thing really should stop on a dime, feel really good, be great for autocross. The traction bar and the LSDs should really help my cornering and straight line acceleration. So I'm getting bucket seats for it, harnesses, and then April will be my first autocross to be able to get back to. And hopefully with all these upgrades on it in April, the car should do really good on autocross. Hopefully cut a couple seconds off of some courses, and then I'll also be getting some hopefully good footage on it. The other thing that's happened since I've uploaded last is right now I'm actually recording on my GoPro Hero 8 Black. I used to be recording on the Hero 5 Black, which is actually right there. I still have it, but what's going to make it nice is I'm going to set up the GoPro 5 inside the car, and I'm going to be setting up my GoPro 8 outside the car. Hopefully get some good autocross footage to be uploading as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So like I said, hopefully we get some videos uploaded soon. This one, Ben's Pro Charger, hopefully some videos on Devin's motor going in, and some other upgrades Devin's going to be doing. And then we'll also have some autocross footage, hopefully sometime in the next 1 to 2 months. So a lot of stuff's coming, so just make sure you guys keep subscribed to see more. Keep checking in for some new videos. Thanks.